Hey guys!
How are ya?
What's up? We are that horror couple.
Welcome back to the show.
I'm Kaylin Har, and
I'm Rob James saying thank you for clicking our thumbnail today.
yes, and we are back with another American Horror Story episode.
Oh, and I must say, this episode, it's my favorite of the season so far.
Yes, it's so good.
The first two episodes were awesome,
yes,
but I feel like this one, it's where the shit hits the fan.
Yes.
Where the rubber meets the road.
Yes.
Where the peanut butter meets the jelly. It's wild, man. I mean, the agent lady is like stirring the pot, trying to make her own pill business herself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we meet the chemist. Mm-hmm. There's a bounty on
Harry and Alma's head.
I mean, there's a bounty on them. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, what is this episode even called? Thirst, man. Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, girl, she's so thirsty. I'm in the two-seat Lambo with your girl. She's trying to jerk me. Swerve!
What?
That horror couple.
Oh, yeah.
That horror couple.
It's us.
That horror couple. That horror couple. And they talk about horror.
Like and subscribe. So this crazy episode starts off with Doris wiping Alma's face because she has blood all over it. Because if you guys remember the way the last episode left off.
This picture right there.
Yes, Alma had been eating like a rabbit or a squirrel or something.
It was a rabbit.
Yeah, and so Doris is like wiping her face off. She's like, you know, these filthy animals have filthy diseases like Lyme disease. And here she goes again talking about Lyme disease.
Silly rabbit. Tricks of a kid.
Yeah.
Don't eat rabbits.
And Harry comes up and he sees the blood all over Alma's face and he's just kind of like, oh no. Like it registers with him right away. He's like, she took the pill.
Well, they kind of shared a moment too where they were looking at each other like, I know what you're up to. And she's like, I know what you're up to too.
Yes.
Yeah, they're both blood-sucking freaks.
Yeah. So, and then the sheriff shows up at the house wanting to question Alma about like the neighbors seeing her like bending over eating a rabbit or whatever. But before that can happen, Doris like falls down clutching her pregnant belly and she ends up in the hospital on bed rest.
Yeah, and there was a scene, and then we go to the scene at the hospital next, and I believe the kid comes across like this
card of blood.
And like it looks like she wants to attack it.
Yeah, she's like the thirst is like seeping in for her, and Harry's noticing that. He's like, why don't you go to the vending machine, Alma? Like, he's like nudging her to go to the vending machine.
There's no blood at the vending machine, that's why.
Yeah.
It's like, I want C4.
And Harry
no blood. There's no
Harry
blood.
tells Doris, because she says to Harry that she wants him to take Alma and him back to New York, so or to the city, and he agrees. But then when him and Alma are in the car, he ends up heading back to P-Town.
Yeah, and I felt like they were kind of like the father and daughter. They were kind of in cahoots at this point. They were like, listen, this is what we got to do, you know?
Yeah, she's like, I want to take the pill, Dad. And he's like, you're not taking the pill anymore. And she's like, fine, if I can't take it, neither can you. And he's like, fine. So they end up back home, and Harry's trying to write, and he's coming up blank. He can't write, he can't think. So he ends up trying to sneak a pill, and right as he does that, Alma is right behind him.
Yeah, then there seems to be some kind of like team between them, because the next scene they're like at the restaurant having dinner together, and they're discussing this whole ordeal, and they're ordering like rare steaks because they're into eating the blood. And doesn't he say to her like, I need the pill temporarily, but if you're gonna be like a violin player, you need it all the time.
Yeah.
So they come to like some kind of agreement, right?
Yeah, they're at dinner. And she says to Harry, like, why are we with Mom? Like, she's useless. She's not creative. She's not, inspirational. And he's like, don't say that. Like, we love her. Like, she's your mother. And so Alma's kind of evil on the pill, don't you think? Like, emotionless.
It does change the moods, though. But we saw how it changed the father's mood, too.
Yeah, but he still has a bit of more of a conscience than her, I believe, like, on the pill. I don't know if it's because, like, he's an adult and she's a child, or I don't know why.
He's taking out people at the beaches. He was slitting throats in this episode. He don't have no conscience.
Yeah, well, he just seems like he does to me because he still loves his wife.
He was collecting blood in a thermos.
Yeah, he still loves his wife. I don't know. So Harry goes to this woman's house who he assumes to be just a useless drug addict, and he goes in and she's like trying to flirt with him a little bit, and he's basically like, yeah, I'm just here to see, whatever she had listed for sale, that he made him think that she was like a drug addict or whatever. But before he can even try to take a bite out of her, he gets knocked out by another guy.
Yeah, and then they were gonna they were gonna like use him for some like snuff exploitation porno like rape film. And
yeah.
I don't think that was in the Craigslist ad.
No.
They kind of left that part out. But yeah, that was brutal. But I don't really know what the point of that scene was, other than it took me back to the last episode when they told him don't kill people that are like high profile that people are gonna miss.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of why he targeted these people. You know. Yeah, but these weren't good people. They had him like tied up. They were gonna rape him. They had a camera on him. I mean, shit.
Yeah, they were gonna kill him.
No, it was like summer camp without the ice cream, basically.
Yeah, they were gonna kill him. So
just me.
Yeah, they had him tied up, but he's able to like get out of the ropes because of his new teeth. He like chews the ropes off.
Yeah, and he busted out his teeth. Like he put the teeth to good use there.
And then he takes like a chunk out of the woman's neck. He shoots the guy and tells him he's gonna let him bleed out slowly, and but he's like, I'm gonna finish my dinner first. And he like eats the woman or whatever, and then he brings home some of the blood to Alma. So Ursula shows up at Harry's door, and he's like really surprised to see her. He's like, oh, like, what are you doing here? She's like, well, I was in New York, so I thought I would come in and check on you. And she explains to him that she's gonna stay in town a few days. And we cut to her later at the Muse restaurant where we see Austin and Belle singing karaoke.
She cuts them off singing again, which I thought was funny.
Yeah, she's like, I don't want to hear you guys while I'm eating. They're just like, you could tell they're gonna have it out for her after this. You know that they're not gonna put up with her.
No, but then we see Mikey and her. They have a scene together, and Mikey's trying to explain. What was he trying to do?
He's like, can I buy you a drink? And she's like, I like my men a little darker and less full of meth.
Yeah, but his goal is to pass his script on to her. And that's eventually what he does. But that makes her suspicious now.
Because she's like, how come Harry was a mediocre writer before he came here? And how come you're a meth head and you're writing like an award-winning script?
But that's the thing, though. When she pushes him on this, he kind of spills the beans on the whole thing.
About the pills.
Yeah, and he lets her know exactly what's going on. So now the agent is well aware of what's going on with this town.
So Mickey ends up going to steal some little black pills from Belle's house when he sees her leave her house.
Well, he had to, because otherwise his script would be thrown out and useless, and she wasn't gonna like give him the deal that he got.
Yeah, yeah. And we see Austin, Belle, and Harry going to feed at another like drug addict's house, and they're eating these people, and Harry actually gets out a thermos and like lets the guy's blood.
That's what I was talking about earlier. And he was bringing some home to Alma. But it looked suspicious, and they actually questioned him on that on the ride home. Yeah,
they held a gun to him. They're like, who's the blood for, Harry? Austin and Belle say this to him, and he's like, it's for my daughter Alma. And they're like, wow, like you really gave her the pill?
Yeah, they said don't give it to her anymore.
Yeah.
They let him go home. But then they say, we got to take him out now.
Yeah, they're like, we got to kill them both.
And then we go back to the character, Mickey, Macaulay Culkin, which, by the way, I think he's awesome in this. I love his character.
Yeah, I agree.
And, we see him on a beach, and he actually takes out somebody on the beach after, like, a back-and-forth fight a little bit. He runs into Belle. And Belle, first she disses his house.
Yeah.
Says, I can't believe how you live, and all this stuff. It was pretty funny. And then what happens is she tells Mickey to kill Ursula. And she says, she criticized my singing. I don't like that. So just don't criticize this bitch's singing.
Yeah.
She will kill you.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I don't think Mickey can. Mickey needs her.
Yeah, Mickey needs her alive.
Yeah. So I don't think he would.
Yeah. He goes up to her hotel room to, he's going to kill her, and she's in the tub. And she's like, what are you going to do, kill me? She's like, then you're not going to get to...
Speed racer.
Yeah, you're not going to get the speed racer contract with Hollywood. And he's like, what? And then she's like, yeah, run along now. Like, and basically tells him, you're going to take me to the chemist's house.
I used to play Speed Racer with my teddy bear.
Yeah. He was all excited.
There were some funny lines in this. I mean...
They had some good humor.
It was dark and, like, it was American Horror Story style, but I don't know, just, like, the littlest things were making me laugh. Like,
yeah, they had humor at the right points of the episode.
A few lines were just funny to me.
Yeah.
Ursula had a deal for Mikey, but she said that she wants to know the source of these pills, and she wants to know... She wants to know all the information behind it, and he's reluctant to tell her at first, but eventually, like the next scene, I guess he has to because they're at her door.
Yeah, the chemist store. Yeah, and she lets him in, and Ursula basically makes her deal like, I can make you rich, I can make you a lot of money, just tell me what's in these pills, like give me more pills.
She explained the recipe's not even written down. He's like, you're not getting the recipe out of me.
Yeah, and then it cuts to the chemist talking to Austin and Belle saying, you know, Ursula's got to die, Mickey's got to die, and Harry and his family have to die. Like, I want to keep the arrangement the way it is, just with you guys. So she's pretty much made up her mind that she wants everybody else dead.
Shit's getting crazy.
Yeah.
Like this person's trying to kill this person's trying to kill this person. And, oh man, everybody's popping pills. And
Yeah.
It's getting pretty nuts.
Yeah, episode 3.
I think it's the best one so far.
Yes. So Harry goes out to get Alma more blood, and Ursula is babysitting Alma, but of course Ursula just goes and takes a nap and leaves Alma by herself. And that's when the chief of police shows up trying to talk to Alma about everything, about the killings, and basically saying, you know, I know you're not responsible, but I know your father is in on this. Let's take you down to the police station, and then I'll arrest your father when he gets there.
Once she was threatened to arrest her father, that was it. So
Alma kills her.
Yeah, definitely. That was a very gory scene. She had the cop like flat out laying on her back over the coffee table, like
the blood dripping out.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. And then Harry comes home to see this.
And Ursula's playing cards with Alma. And Alma's like, she taught me how to play gin rummy. And then Ursula looks at Harry and says, we need to talk. And then that's where the episode ends.
This might affect your Netflix deal, know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What an awesome episode, though. It was so good.
It was the best one so far.
Yes, it was so good. I can't wait to see, like, what the rest of the season has in store for us. Like, how this part of the season, like, intertwines with part 2. Like, if that, you know, the poster obviously has the like vampire looking creature and the alien on it, so obviously we're gonna see some sort of like alien being like come to play in this.
Yeah, and the agent actually hinted at that. She said something like, what's going on here?
Aliens.
Is there aliens involved?
Yeah.
She mentioned that before. So
yeah.
It's just great storytelling this season, and I'm into it.
Yeah.
I think it's really good.
Yeah, me too. Who was your favorite character, you'd say?
Oh, Mikey.
Mickey, Macaulay Culkin's character.
Yeah. I just think he's great in this.
Yeah.
He really is.
I love Harry, played by Finn Wittrock, and I also love Evan Peters.
I like everybody, but
Yeah.
Mikey stands out for me.
Yeah. If you guys have seen this episode of American Horror Story, comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on this episode and this season so far. Like this video, hit the bell, subscribe to our channel for more awesome horror content and reviews. And once again, I'm Kayla Horror, and
I'm Rob James.
And we'll see you guys next time.
We're going to keep reviewing this.
Yes.
Because this is like Kanye West crazy. Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, bitch, she's so thirsty.
Harry and Alma's head.
I mean, there's a bounty on them, and it's crazy. I mean, what is this episode even called?
Thirst,
man. Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, girl, she's so thirsty. I'm in the 2-seat Lambo with your girl. She's trying to jerk me. Swerve!
What?
It's gangster, yo.